Hey, Professor Hamlin. Here's a quick video of my developmental process. I'm just working on the piece. So, what I started by doing is taking a photo of my Monstera at home and then putting a grid over it. I literally just scribbled the grid on my phone because the piece is going to be abstraction, so it doesn't matter too much. But this helped me to get my contours down first, and then I did some rough contours in pencil, and then I did some cross hatching in areas that I might want to shade. I'm not quite decided on how I want to apply shade because I only want to have about 1 to 3 value levels max. I don't want like actual shading. And then here's me slowly starting to get thick black ink down for the contours. And if you can see there, I'll try to get it closer. But I actually wrote notes for how I want to approach it. So like first, I'll do my contours. Second, I'll apply triangles, geometric shapes, and then pen ink. And then lastly, I'm gonna find some way to shade in and color. And then up here, interestingly enough, where I hatched, it says, it's kind of hard to see there, so I'll show you closer. It says where I hatched, that's shade, and then where I cross hatch, it's extra shade. And then just a note for me to keep applying non-organic form. So even though this is an organic form, slowly trying to abstract it to get it to where it's triangles, very geometric shapes. You can see like I'll have a single hatching here, so that's saying to find a way to shade that lightly, and then double cross hatched here is darker, so kind of neat. And then lastly, this stem, I think I'm going to take this stem and make it solid green. So the stem here, and then the spines and ribs going into the leaf. And then what I'll do after I got that applied is I'll take the parts of the leaf that are not structural, that aren't like spine or ribs, and I'll just put single squares, or even maybe like subdivide the square into fourths, like so. It's like if I took a square and I did it like this. I'm looking at the camera, it's throwing me off. So I could shade it like that, or I could even do maybe a half a square, and kind of in the style of Chuck Close, just subdividing the grid squares to get more detail out of them. So yeah, I'm gonna actually leave all this pencil mark in here because I'm not sure if I'll like it or not. And you can see on the paper, if you look hard enough, that I did have some grid lines that I left there too. So I'm gonna make it all messy, and then at the end I'll make it nice and clean. But my hope is that it looks very, I don't know if modern's the right term, but just to have some really cool colors and shades to it. So yeah, I hope you like it. Hey, Professor Hamlin, just making a quick video showing the piece and its development cycle, talking about the theme, and also just giving me some space to be able to think clearly. It's really hard to draw, talk, and basically rub your belly and pat your head at the same time. So here, the piece, you can see, it's really sweet actually. You can see the development cycle and how these organic forms, like these circular parts of where the leaves connect, are slowly turning into sharp angles, so more of a geometric, non-organic form. And then these squares and rectangles are one of my favorite parts of the piece. I wasn't sure, but once I added them, I really liked them. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is just this is basically capturing the beauty of nature and relating it back to like algorithms and patterns that we see in science. Kind of like how Leonardo da Vinci's study on the Vitruvian Man was a study, but now it's held as a piece of art. So interesting technique here. I basically took a checkered pattern, so doing checkers, and then only filled in half of the triangle. So that resulted in what you see here, and here's actually the finished piece. So it's called Terry. So our plant is called Terry the Monstera because it's a Monstera. So anyways, I know that was kind of crash course, but hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you want, you can slow down and go back and watch the piece. Thanks.